The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more. We haven't got the sophisticated war aim of Nigeria to conquer, to overrun, to do something or the other. For us, it's merely to prevent.
You see, my country people, you see, I will say, Ojukwu is no more. His followers, people that still see him as hero, you should be happy, that he's no longer alive. We would have, he would have smelled pepper. We would have put him on trial. He would have explained himself. All this kind of talk, call it silly talk, like, our fight was to defend ourselves, to save our life, to defend ourselves. That's he would have explained. He can deceive the people of that time. Probably can deceive his people and drag them into a war. They cannot win for his own selfish interest, because of he wants power. He don't want to be loyal. But thank God. His followers, thank your stars, thank God that he's no longer alive. We would have dragged him, He would have explained, the man will explain the reason why he dragged his people to that war. He would have explained, but we thank God he was buried with Nigeria flag. This casket you are seeing now, that's Ojukwu. That's solve everything. We bury him with Nigeria flag. Let me play another video of this same Ojukwu.
The war was not Ojukwu's war. I happened on the Igbo situation at the time of the conflict. I did my duty to the best of my ability, and I am glad that Nigerians generally recognize this.
This was when he was begging to return back to Nigeria. He was begging here that the war is not Ojukwu's war. Only him cannot just drag the nation to war. His people agree with him. That is what he was preaching here, saying here. It was wall of defense. They want no trouble. What they want is to stay on their own. They just want Biafra. Nigerian people ganged up against them. They are not the aggressor. They just want to live it. They don't want to be part of this union again. That's what they preached. So he's no longer here. Otherwise, Ojukwu would have explained. All this noise you people make, dig up old stories like Igwe must be Igbo. We don't have time for that bullshit. Ika must be Igbo. Yoruba, Benin, Edo people. We don't have time for that shit. We deal with politics. Why we are here? What led us to all this problem we are facing now? Who started it? That is what we deal with here. How can Ojukwu open his mouth, be telling us, okay, no problem. Let's first of all hear from Ijele. If it is about they want Biafra, we don't just want them to be. We are the one who want them. They just want the Biafra and stay in the Biafra. Ijele say something about that.
If they did not remove the rivers, the old rivers, which is Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers and Bayelsa of today, from the eastern region, Ojukwu will not have taken you people to that disastrous journey he took you to. Telling you he was fighting for Biafra. Oh, he was fighting for Biafra. Was Edo State part of the Biafra? Was Delta part of the Biafra? Was Ondo part of the Biafra? What were his soldiers doing in Ondo? At Ore? If they were not actually going to seize power in Lagos, what were they doing at Ore? No, this is what you should ask yourself. We fought a defensive war. Defensive war, when you invaded Abonima, people, when they are in their homes, they use a dark cloth to cover everything. They don't see anything else other than that their view. close everywhere. 30th of May, Remembrance Day, Heroes Day.
This is the question. He had no choice. He would have answered this question you are asking now. If Ojukwu was still alive, he had no choice. He will know, he will feel it. So before this internet era is gone, he's gone. He would have explained to us after you said it was you want to stay alone. What you were doing in the Midwest region that is not yours. What you were heading to Lagos for? Because you feel you want to force people to remain under you when the Abyssinians have left. You want to force others to remain under Igbo. You see? You see, I know your brain-dead POB Igbos, all those brain-dead Igbos making noise today. This is the truth they ate. That's the reason they will remain miserable. You want to be Afra. To defend ourselves. That's what he said, the Ojukwu. Then ask the question now. If it's to defend, the first thing you will do is to destroy that bridge and then your day. No. You cross the bridge. You occupy the Midwest and put one Okonkwo there to Eden. You were heading to Lagos before you were stopped. It was when Nigerians started pushing them back, they now destroyed the bridge. And this say, Ojukwu would have explained, my guy. He would have explained. He would have explained. Listen up. Let me play you David Dejo, Urobo man, that was the military governor in the old Midwest region, Urobo man.
I believe that the Civil War could have been avoided if we had not been too obsessed with power. When Ojukwu said, Onaburi, we stand. I believe that he has his own faults.
What were they?
Power.
Ojukwu's fault was power? How so, sir?
Power. He wanted power. But when he said Onaburi will stand, we are keeping away his propensity, his love for power. What he might have done if Aburi had been granted is another matter. I won't. It's not for me to say that. We haven't learned any lesson.
Did you think that today, that kind of sentiment...
You hear him, Beno Abueze. Ojukwu fight for power. That war could have been avoided. Not me talking. This is Beno Abueze. It was the people in government then. I think it was a minister then. It's late now. Beno Abueze, Igbo man, no talking. The war could have been avoided. If not Ojukwu, who got greedy. Ojukwu got greedy. It's him who was fighting for power, not his people. He can deceive us. He can deceive himself. Listen to this.
Type 1. We don't get declare the guy of Biafra. Kind debate, debate, and we declare Biafra. Human in declare Biafra. The next day came war. Human on the south. Call Hannah Bonga call state to the Calabar rivers. Now, apart from people now, and they are not going with us.
And we never, sorry, I will never.
See, yet, there's still a fine time and lost nearly 2 million people to a senseless war. A war that could not have taken place. A war that could have been avoided.
The same thing Mbazirike is saying here.
Since after
This Mbazirike, the late Mbazirike Amechi, he was also a minister there. The war could have been avoided. These people died for nothing. Ojukwu placed them under house arrest. It's a force. He forced Igbo to go into that war and they lose everything. He was under house arrest. The man, that is what, not this Igbo man, one of the elites is talking here. All these things is there. It's evidence that Igbo, they were the aggressor and they drag themselves into that war and lose woefully. They should shut their mouth and stop making noise today. And look at this one. They are still behaving like their father. Watch this video.